Yo, what's going on, people? Back again with another weekly market review. Going to be taking a look at the markets, see what's gone down in the last week. A little bit of deflation seems to be the sentiment. But before we jump into that, as always, a little bit of a disclaimer. All views and opinions expressed in these videos are those of the team and not to be considered as financial advice, solely for educational purposes only. So let's get right involved and jump straight in. Um, Starting off with BTC, I think this kind of leads the way in the sentiment for the market. So let's have a little bit of a talk about what's happened. Starting off on a weekly, last week we talked about these highs here hadn't been run. So this was what 10,540. We'd hit a high of 10,522. Some exchanges might have, but I've looked at the indexes, not really seemed like it has. So kind of just going to say that this just seems like a nice ripe area for a lot of stops to be sitting. And yeah, we can see kind of price has retraced since we last spoke a week ago. We're now kind of reaching into this area of resistance here previously, and also potentially looking at see if price reaches down into this order block. This is a very wicky one, so I'm not really feeling this, but kind of mainly more into this one. So just for a quick look before we jump into the daily, let's have a look at the range that we're working with, build some framework from there. Okay, so looking at 50% of the range lines up nicely with this order block, so I'm going to mark that down just for reference. So we've got a point guide to go on. And yeah, let's jump down into the daily and see what's happening. Where are we? A bit disorientated. Right, there we go. Okay, so as we can see, so we mentioned price reached up, didn't take them previous highs, then started moving down. One retrace back up into this level for another move down, and kind of very similar thing here at the 50% level of this candle. You can see by the bodies here. So what's happened since? Price moved down into previous order block, had a little bit of a retrace, not much momentum, especially in terms of volume. Price has now broken down, reclaimed that order block, it's no longer valid, taken out new lows. Oh, it hasn't as of yet, so let's have a look. What's the lows here? 9078 and 9081, so very close. Likelihood will be I want to take these lows before any further move in direction. One of two possible outcomes, as always. Well, three. We take the lows here, run back up for another run up, basically take out any existing longs that are still left, then run back up into here, this level, and maybe then run back down. Or could see a run down here, take all the stops, and then look for another leg up. Or alternatively, you could just stay here, consolidate before another move in either direction. So all in all, sentiment just seems to be a little bit more flat for Bitcoin. I don't know what you guys expect out there. Some people just get super hyped. All it says to me is maybe people are potentially, trading on leverage here rather than investing. Yeah, I mean, I really won't go much too deeper into that. But all I can say is, there is a fundamental event coming up later on in the year. We are the 9 weeks into the year now, so, kind of nearly 20% of the year gone. And yeah, there's a lot of time to come yet. We'll see how things work out in the next week. So in terms of the retrace level we talked about for the weekly order block was 8,500. We may potentially get one leg down there to actually see how valid that order block is and see what sort of level of strength we see there in terms of defending it. Lines up nicely with this order block here, and also kind of with this one here. We merged the two. I assume this would probably be the mean threshold. In fact, let's just do it, just show you how these things work. Right, zoom in. Okay, right, my eyes are not as good as what they used to be, but I'm going to take a guess that the mean threshold of this is 8493. Yes, it is. What is this? 8501. So yeah, gives you a good guide, good reference point to go on if price breaks this low here and then moves down. I mean, there is a liquidity void here. Not really had a test of any of these levels since it moved out of it. Definitely something we could see. And then on the upside, as we mentioned in the last couple of videos for the last few weeks, I genuinely believe that price will look to take out these highs on the way up to the halving, maybe up to a month before may potentially be the peak. So just something to bear in mind. So that's Bitcoin out of the way. Let's move on to the next one. So a couple of coins recommended by you guys. Now, I'm just going to say this in the video because I don't want to sound like a knob about it, but when I ask for these recommendations, it would be nice to get like a varied choice every week or a few options to pick from. Most of the guys who are voting just tend to vote for the same coin over and over again. I'm not going to go over these things constantly. There's no point in doing the same coins every week. So all I ask for, guys, is, thanks for voting, but if you could please throw in some kind of new ones, it would be nice. I'm not going to go over the ones that I've done recently, the Digibyte, the Pyro, etc. So the one that a guy did mention was Swap. Pull this up. Actually, it does look decent. Don't know anything about the fundamentals of this project. We're only going off the chart, and you can see nice accumulation period, pretty much since the turn of the year. Like other coins, it hasn't broken out. Now, I'm looking at the volume for this. Volume definitely seems faked. There's no way that a coin has that much volume and it doesn't rise in price. This is a more accurate reflection of volume. Boom, there you can see the accumulation volume here. Nice, short, sharp and steady. Breaking out, volume increases, and then boom, on its parabolic move up. Peak in volume, dump at the top. Perfect. Volume here is telling me that this is not real, so we can't really gauge off that. All I will say, the chart does look nice in terms of areas of interest. Break of these highs here, so anything up to about 10 cents looks very possible here. Also broken back to levels before the last breakout. I don't know again why this happened here. Might have been a fundamental event, who knows. Looking at the chart, so yeah, that swap coin does look decent. Let us know your thoughts and stuff in the comments below. So moving on to the next coin I want to take a look at today is Zell. We reviewed this coin quite a while back. We updated the review recently. It's actually our highest scoring project. We're scoring 78 out of 100. So I really like this project. And yeah, thought we'd pull up the chart. I noticed that they've got an application for a listing at KuCoin Exchange. So if you guys are interested in getting this on there, feel free to go over to KuCoin's website and vote. We've got an article up on our website and our Twitter about it as well to make it easy to find. So yeah, Zell. Okay, I mean, very strong fundamental coin. It does have proof of work and does have a high emission rate, so that's something to bear in mind in terms of its daily emissions and its daily traded volume, but we're not going to look at any of that. We're just going to look at the chart. So first thing I'm looking at is price seems to be hitting a previous level of resistance, now potentially turned into support. Support's already held there one time before, so kind of now looking at this 4 cents range as potentially an area of support for us to work off. Now, areas of interest to the downside, it always seems like this coin is accumulated at like this 3 cents range. Go once, twice, mini one here, and also again here before it's first couple of breakouts. So 3 cents seems to be like a level that people should keep an area on. 4 cents here seems like support, as we mentioned. And then on the upside, we had a rally here, like a lot of coins since the beginning of the year. Rally's obviously stalled with the turn in sentiment. We would be looking at areas, so I mean, this is like previous support turning into resistance. We would be looking for a break of these highs and then a run back into these levels. These buyers have been stuck here for a year, so they're going to be waiting to sell out if they've not already done so. So yeah, we'd probably be looking between this like 6 and maybe 9 tenths levels. What's that, 7.5 as an average? And yeah, I mean, in terms of volume, again, doesn't look very organic to me. It's difficult because some of these exchanges that these coins are listed on, they have no control over what the volume is there. The exchanges themselves use volumizers. So yeah, very difficult for us to go off, I guess. But yeah, Zell looking very solid. Would anticipate that a listing at KuCoin would add liquidity to its pool. I believe its biggest exchange when we last looked was Stex. So yeah, let us know again, thoughts and comments below what you guys think of Zell. Moving on, next one I'm going to have a look at is Membrana. Again, another project we reviewed last year. Fundamentally quite sound. I think it just really lacked adoption of its platform. In terms of price, let's pull this up. Yeah, I mean, not really doing much, kind of reflective of a lot of other coins. Had its kind of rally since the turn of the year. Sentiment seems to have changed from February. That's kind of coinciding with, previous areas of resistance. And yeah, again, not looking too positive right now. Price is kind of, actually held quite well compared to a lot of other coins, I guess. I wouldn't know in a percentage, so maybe that's a better way to look at it. But yeah, all in all, chart not looking too bad, but not something I would jump into overnight. If you're interested in this, set an alarm for like, what is it, 0.035 cents, or on the breakout, set it the upside, maybe about 0.00048. So yeah, not something that really stands out. Okay, next we're going to have a look at BitCash. Again, I really like this project. Offering something different from a lot of coins out there and actually targeting a core and niche market in businesses. Very user friendly wallet on his, and yeah, let's see what's going down. So price wise, this actually looks probably the worst of the coins we've pulled up in terms of it hasn't had any sort of move since the turn of the year. Or if it has, it's very significant looking at the longer term chart. Right now, currently sitting at just under 2 cents a coin. This volume here again doesn't look good to me. It just seems heavily volumized. If you guys ever see volume like this and the price moves up, then you know it's real. And when I say price moves up, it's not going to be one big massive candle in one go. It'll usually be price spikes. So price might stay in a tight range, but you'll see that the spikes from the candle really pop out on big volume candles. So again, we can't really gauge much of the volume here. All I will say, it looks like it's in a period of accumulation for several months. Hasn't really had a breakout like many other coins, and it's fundamentally very sound. So yeah, again, definitely an eye to keep coin to keep an eye on. So I can't get my words out. So yeah, one thing we would recommend, the coins that we do chart here, most of them have got a fundamental report. So you want to find out a bit more about the coin rather than just going off the price. We're telling you whole idea of these reports is to make it nice and easy to break down for you and see where the project scores well and where there's areas of improvement. So that's BitCash. Areas on the downside, I mean, probably a break of this accumulation zone, break of the low, so 1.5 cents. Then areas for breakout, what interests me would probably be just break of this range, 2.5 cents and above. Be interesting to see where it goes from there. So moving on, next one we're going to talk about is Veil. Not had a look at this coin for quite a while. Believe there was some issues with the security of their code base. Again, not really had a look to see if that's been fixed yet or what the implications are. But just looking at the chart, it doesn't look too good, to be honest. It really came out in January of last year. Had its peak, ran up to a high of 50 cents. Now currently sitting at a price of 3.7 cents. On the plus side, seems like it's in accumulation zone for the last couple of months, like a lot of the coins we've looked at today. Hasn't really had any kind of concerted breakout or interest since the turn of the year, just been hovering around in this range. Volume again seems to be volumized, so we can't really gauge much of that. And I guess the only one thing I can go off here was just remembering that the emissions rate was high for the first year or so. So yeah, definitely something worth looking into before you jump into this. Doesn't look appealing to me at all. Somebody may be able to prove me wrong with some fundamental news coming up, but just based off the chart here, there is no bottom in sight, so you're probably better off waiting for a bottom to be formed, price to retrace back up, and then you for wait to get in or buy on the breakout. No reason whatsoever to buy here, unless anyone can point me to a fundamental reason. And then the last coin we're going to have a look at today, nice coin I like, Leafeon, VPN provider, really good fundamental review on this. But again, we're looking at prices, so that's what we're going to talk about. So price doesn't look too good for this. It's, whoa. So okay, so I mean this coin's gone from a high of 10 cents in its all-time high to now it's kind of sitting at, okay, wait for it. So it's sitting at 0.00009 cents. So that's 4 zeros, guys. That's the equivalent of like 1,000 satoshis, or this in this case it would be 9,000 satoshis, and in dollars. This coin's taking a beating. I can't remember off the top of my head what the emissions are like for this coin, but it just seems like there's constant downward pressure on this coin. People are selling this coin for whatever reason, whether there's daily emission or whether there's just no interest in kind of buying and holding this. Just seems like it's taking a daily beating. Only thing we can suggest is there's a lot of room up for this coin. Be interesting to see what the market cap for it. I mean, when I look at these coins, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. I want to pull up the market cap for these things, start researching, looking at the news, etc., etc. But I'm just trying to keep it quick for you guys. So yeah, without looking at any of that, it's just difficult to say anything positive about this coin on the upside. I mean, I guess the only one thing you can say is closer to zero than it is to 1 cent. So on the upside, there is potentially plenty of room for this. It's just a question of if it will ever reach. I mean, where is 1 cent on this? So there we go. So for it to reach 1 cent again, it's going to be looking at prices not seen since kind of like spring 2018. But anyway, so that wraps up this week's market review. As always, thank you everyone for watching. Thanks everyone for the suggestions. We're always looking for new coins, hint to review. So hit us up in the comments below. And if you guys are liking these videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. It's the best way you can support the channel. We have a lot of fun doing these things. It'd be nice if you guys showed your thanks for it. Gives us a bit of a smile as well when we go back over these videos. Stuff like that. So thanks everyone, and we'll see you next week. Take care. See you soon.